Sweet. Hey guys, got a very exciting video for you today. My custom Leica M10 upgrade is back from Wetzlar, Germany. Today we're going to do an unboxing. I'm going to show you how my old M10 now looks dressed as a brand new looking Leica M10P. Let's get this on the floor and we'll get this opened. Welcome, Matt here from MrLeica.com. As the name of the channel suggests, this channel often talks about Leica cameras, both film Leicas and digital Leicas. If you're a regular viewer, you may remember that I used to own a Leica M10. I then had to send it back to Germany. I made a video about that, saying it's going to take 6 to 12 months to get my camera back. For that reason, I had to buy a Leica M262 in the meantime. I also made a video about that. I can maybe link these at the end. Today, I just received a box back from Leica. Now, it's only been around 4.5 months. I've just been checking the dates on the emails. M10 back from Germany, repaired. But then the kicker, what's different is while the camera's away for repair, I found online that it's possible to upgrade your M10 to an M10P through the Leica Wetzlar program. You have to do it all through Germany. And you can choose to have your Leica camera upgraded as a half upgrade or a full upgrade. If you convert your M10 to a full upgrade, it's basically exactly the same as an M10P when it comes back. I'll bring up a screenshot that Leica sent me in terms of what you get as either a partial upgrade or a full upgrade. Full upgrade, as you can see, you get the quieter shutter from the M10P, the M10P top plate with the inscription, the spirit level, the touchscreen, things like that. And then with the soft grade, you get the M10P look without the quieter shutter. Now, if you're a regular viewer, you know that I'm a model photographer. Models often work off the click of the shutter. So they need to hear the click so they know to go to the next pose. Sometimes some of my students come with like near silent cameras and the models are like, are you actually going to take any photos? And they're just like standing there waiting to do the next pose. And they don't realise that the photographer's already taken his pictures and they just can't hear the camera. So for my very unique kind of case, I wanted a loud Leica M10P. In terms of the upgrade program is only available, as I understand, for the M10s. It's not available for current production cameras, so you can't do this for your Leica M11. Let's say you've got an M11. Now, price difference, you might be cheaper to just buy an M10P straight away. But for me personally, I got quite a good deal originally on my M10. And so even with the price of the upgrade, it's still cheaper than an M10P if I bought an M10P today. If you're a non-Leica viewer, you might be wondering what's so special about the M10P look compared to the M10. It seems a complete waste of money. They're both going to take exactly the same photograph. And yes, what you're saying is completely true. However, if you're really interested in a particular topic, regardless of whether it's cars or watches or whatever your thing is, it's the smaller details that make these things special. I mean, watches are a great example. I've seen some of the watch YouTube videos and they talk into like the smallest details about the details of the hands or the details of the bezel or the really, really fine details is what people appreciate with watches or like nice watches. And I think the same is probably true with Leica cameras. Some people just prefer a silver camera. Some people prefer a black camera. Some people like engraving on the top plate. Some people don't like engraving. I personally love the engraving look. So that's why I spent this extra time and going out of my way and spending more money to get the exact camera that I'm looking for. So with that, let's now jump on the floor. I'll set up a camera and we can do an unboxing of the Leica M10P. Of my 450 videos, I think I've only done maybe one unboxing. So if you enjoy this, let me know. Maybe I can do more in the future. The box is actually from Parts Cameras because I bought my used M10P from them. They sent it to Leica. Leica sent it to Germany. Germany did the work back to Parts Cameras. Parts Cameras sent it to me. Wow, this is looking nice. Okay, it looks pretty special. I think for something this special, I might need some special gloves. Let's put on the gloves and we'll take a close look at inside this little pouch. Okay, so with my white cotton gloves going on that I use for when I'm doing my darkroom printing, but it's similar to what you see like watch channels use when they're looking at their luxury items. Here is my brand new-ish used Leica M10, now a Leica M10P. the first thing you notice on the front is you now have the screw dot instead of a red dot. If you saw my last video, I actually bought a kind of third-party screw dot for my M262. See that video if you're interested. On the top plate, you can now see that instead of it being an all-black top plate, you now have the Leica script, although it still says M10 on the hot shoe and the original serial number. So that's the original hot shoe with a new plate that's been added, like a new cold shoe plate. The bottom, I thought it was new at first, but I'm not sure if they just put new plastic on because it looks new, but there's a tiny mark on one corner, and I remember that from the past. And then the back of the camera is definitely the original because you can see the wear around the LCD and around the buttons. The leatherette is brand new. If you remember, I had a big hole in the front of mine, which made mine affordable at the time, which is what allowed me to buy my M10 in the first place. Before that, I had the M240, if you remember. I then sold that to one of my students. I can't really get it off with gloves on. Very happy with the work that's been done. I wasn't sure if they'd inscribed my old top plate, so the fact that it's a new top plate, super happy. Let's compare the 262 to the M10 shutter. Here you can see the 262. One of my pet peeves when you turn it on is it goes continuous and then I get two shots instead of one. The shutter release is actually from Square Hood, link below if you're interested. You'll have to comment below, do you prefer the sound of the M262 or the M10? The M10 to me sounds much more precise and crisp. The M262 sounds maybe slightly more dampened. Let me know what you prefer. Very, very happy. This is one seriously sexy camera. So happy. You can see from the serial number on the top, this is exactly the same camera that went away. This is how my M10P now looks, and next to it is my also customized, slightly customized M262. Hopefully both of these are on the screen. Okay, well, I've got both cameras side by side. Let's do a M10P versus M262 side by side comparison. Now you have to note that my 262 has got the screw dot instead of the red dot. It should normally have a red dot. You can see that the 262 has got a brass bottom plate, but both cameras have got anodized top plates. Size wise, you can see that the M262 is slightly fatter. Both cameras have got the screen protectors on. I'll put a link to eBay, just search for screen protector Leica M camera, and I absolutely love these because you just get no fingerprints on your LCD. The M10's got the 3-button newer layout compared to the old 5-button on the 262. Both have a similar dial with 4 thousandths of a second maximum shutter and 180 maximum flash sync speed. As you can see, the M262's got the single shot, continuous and self-timer, whereas the M10 has just got on or off, which I much prefer. It's just a cleaner, more minimal, more improved version of the previous 262 in that regard. And you also get the manual ISO dial, so you can manually dial it in without having to dig into kind of electronic menus. And yeah, it's very tactile and yeah, a joy to use. I especially like the thinner feel, the thinner body shape, and this inscription now on the top plate. Although both cameras now look pretty impressive from the front with the screw design. I think I'll keep the 262 for colour, and the M10 will be more of a hybrid between the SL and an M camera. So that's it, just a quick unboxing and feedback of me sending my Leica to Germany and it being upgraded from a 10 to a 10P, and it took me around 4.5 months. but it'd probably normally take maybe 8 to 12 weeks, I would say, because they had to repair the camera as well as doing the upgrade in the 4.5 months that my camera's away. So maybe 8 to 10 weeks would be a rough time to get your M10 upgraded if that's something you're looking to do. To do this, contact your Leica customer care. If it's the same as what happens in the UK, you send your camera to your local store. Let's say you're in New York, you'd send your camera to the New York's Leica store. Leica New York would then send it off to wherever they use. In London, we send it to the Wetzlar store in Wetzlar factory in Germany. They do the work back to the Leica store. Leica then send it back to me. And for any of you kind of saying, me smiling and saying 4.5 months, isn't that great? I'm only saying it's great because originally I was worried it might take as much as 6 to 12 months. So if you use a Canon or a Nikon, you'd be like, you Leica people are stupid. I only have to wait, I don't know, 2 weeks or however long Canon and Nikon turn around their cameras. It's slightly different. Leica things do take longer, but I'm pleased to say it looks like they've done a fantastic job. And if you put this next to a Canon or a Nikon, I'm pretty sure which most people would want to pick up as their kind of hobby camera, even if they use something else as their professional camera. You'll probably see more of this in future videos. And a special thanks to Leica themselves for making my camera look so pretty. I'm definitely enjoying my M cameras at the moment, both film and digital. Spoiler alert, there is more news coming very soon, so feel free to subscribe. Thanks for watching, and as always, a huge thanks to my amazing patrons.